Welcome back, SF1 community. We are here live with SF1 GP1 Sunday Racing. We are at the British Grand Prix. I am pleased to bring this nice little broadcast to you guys, a stream. This SF1 Roads back at it again. I did the GP3 stream on Friday, and a couple of guys seemed to really enjoy it, so I might, still have it back in me. Here we are, only 9 drivers. I think Unity Croce might have lost connection. We do have a lot of quick drivers on the platform today to give you guys quite a show. I can't wait to stream it. I did, however, miss qualifying, trying to save my voice, as I'm the only one that's going to be able to commentate this race. So the guys were very nice enough to let me just stream the race. Rayson actually grabbed pole, followed by Shadow. Daiguerre used to be GP2 last season, raced against him, a very, very quick driver. He's going to pick up in the 3rd position. Price tag, quick driver in 4th, followed by his teammate, Brother Goat. Twiz is in 6th, Harrison 7th, Ulster Stig in 8th. We raced against him in Classics. He is a great driver, so I'm sure he's not going to stay in 8th for long. Evo, who's recently moved to GP1 to help these guys, is in 9th, and I believe Croce is out. So his name will be there, but he will not be on track. Please bring this, guys. Enjoy seeing you guys again. If you guys are in the comments, I appreciate it. Viewers, welcome aboard. We are getting ready to go live at the British Grand Prix. And boy, I am already talking a lot, but here we go, guys. I am looking forward to it. Just going to make sure I have the app open so I can follow any comments that are put down. I will have all the information up to as soon as we go. I'm going to do my, fancy little, make sure I turn everything off, because the first lap, pretty much nobody cares about telemetry reasons. They just want to see what's going on the track. I am the same way. So we're going to keep it right on board with these guys. Going to get through the dashboard, make sure everything's in there. It's all good. I do enjoy the fact that seems to have sorted itself out. But here we are, lining up for the British Grand Prix. GP1 Sunday. These guys are going to put on one heck of a show. Some of the cars are doing that wonky thing where they're disappearing. It is crazy. Going to stay on board with Raisin. Going to hide this telemetry. And we're going to go. 5 red lights are lit for the British Grand Prix. And they have gone, so these guys are on their way. Can Raisin get a good start? Shadow gets a really good start. He might be able to pull up. Looks like Brother Goat or Price Tag in the McLaren has gotten a good start. Raisin gets a clean getaway. Make sure everybody pulls through. No incidences so far. That is good. Raisin takes a great line. Shadow is trying to hold to the back. 2 Ferraris are side by side. It's going to be quite annoying if it keeps trying to go to Croce, but he's not there. Looks like Shadow has fallen behind the Force India racer. Force India, I keep saying that. The Racing Point, he locks up, so Shadow's going to have the inside look onto the outside here. Is he going to have the better sweeping around corner? Looks like Shadows might have pulled it a bit wide. That's going to open the door for the McLaren driver. Can we get through? Looks like the 2 McLaren drivers are a bit punchy. Shadow's going to look for the inside, backs out of it, thinks better of it. Like I said on Friday, it is, Shadow gets a little loose. It's going to open the door for the McLaren. They're going to go through Maggots and Beckett's now. The McLaren grabs a bit of the curb. That's a little bit too much than you want to take. So Shadow's going to pop on. These guys are very punchy. I have a feeling all these drivers are going to be within probably, I would say, within a second of each other. You see the Renault back there. Ash driver looking pretty solid. The 2 Ferraris are right there. There is SF1 Evil bringing up the tail end. Raisin has a great first lap. Looks like the Racing Point, Daiguerre is in the Racing Point. He's actually pulled up a little bit behind him. So now that we have that done, we're going to get this telemetry up for you guys. We're going to see the tires that everybody started on. We're going to start with the tires, definitely, and close that so you guys can get the best view of possible. Raisin still in first, Daiguerre in second, Shadows in third, Brother Goat's not too far behind. The delta between all of these guys, besides Renault, Evil is pretty close. This is going to be, looks like Price Tag's going to go for a look on his teammate. Brother Goat goes for the inside. Brother Goat leaves him the space. That is a very clean pass. Might be a job done. I think Price or Brother Goat might have quite a little race between this team. It's going to be quite a good battle to watch. Raisin has now pulled a 3.2 second gap to Daiguerre. Can Daiguerre pull within and get DRS on the 3rd lap when it is enabled? does have Shadow pulling up behind him. It is going to be pretty close. I see Stick is starting to pull the gap down to his teammate Harrison. So the two McLarens and the two Ferraris, quite a little battle going on between these guys and the teams. Hopefully it's nothing like the real Russian Grand Prix that we saw today. That was a little questionable. If you guys haven't watched it, I would implore you to go watch it. It was quite a good race. Won't ruin anything for you, as I never do on a live stream. If you have not watched it, you're like myself, living in the States. Most of the races happen very early, so I have to DVR them. I see Stick does grab himself a 5-second stop go for entering the pit too quick. Wonder why he's pulled. I wonder if he has damage. I can't tell. So that promotes Evil up to 8. Harrison in a solid 7. All these guys will score points if they collect themselves and keep themselves, without any mistake that puts the car into the wall. Hopefully all of the overtakes that they do make or happen to make are clean, and just we don't have any clips sorted. Shadow is starting to pull in Daigero pretty closely, so we're going to ride with these two, as this is the closest battle. We do have Harrison catching up to Twiz, or Tweak, I would say. To the viewers, guys, appreciate you following. Got a new follow from Shadow. Shadow, cheers. I appreciate that. We appreciate that as a league. Shadow gets a 3-second time penalty. That might have been a bit of a commentator's curse, so if it was, I do apologize. Try not to do that. Shadow will have DRS now on Daigero. Brycek has DRS on Shadow. Looks like Brodogoat has fallen a little bit behind. Looks like these guys are going to file in formation. They're not going to have anywhere to go, as Price Tag takes a wide line. I have to say, I take that line a lot because I don't know if it's the handling of the setups, but it seems like these cars on a very fast Daigero Price Tag sets the quickest lap so far. So these guys might start be reeling in. Harrison and Evil have started on the mediums. Stick moves to the hard, so those tires should take him to the end. Bearing he doesn't have any mistakes, that opens up for a tire deg problem. Shadow, Daigero, Raisin. Ooh, what happened to Tweak? Harrison gets around Tweak. Brodogo gets around Tweak. Hopefully that wasn't a bit of a contact, but Tweak and Harrison are going to stay on board. Is Tweak going to have a look on the inside? Thinks better of it. Stays behind Harrison. Doesn't look like it's going to be. Is he going to stay with him? I happen to wonder, now that we're talking about Stay, another penalty. I wonder if he's struggling with setup, or it is sunny, so the track is going to be hot. These tires should be turned on. Maybe his tires, now that he's pit. Oh, Tweak goes really wide through there. I wonder, as I was saying, I wonder if Stick is having a problem with his tires, clicking on. He jids his pit for the hards, and they do take a little bit to turn on. He is going to have DRS on Harrison, though. Shadow and Brodogoat, I see, battling it out. I wonder if Shadow is having a bit of problem with his tires. Here we go. Is he going to make for an inside? Oh, he's going to go for the outside look. That is brave. Maybe try to have the inside. Now that's going to allow Price Tag to have a look. Ooh, that's good. Close. Price Tag going to go for the inside look. He's going to. Easy, guys. Ooh, that was a little bit of wheel to wheel. Brodogo gets a 3-second time penalty. And Shadow has to go really wide. He spun and put himself into the gravel. I wonder if that was because of contact from Brodogoat or Price Tag. Shadow should be able to get himself back on. Oh, Evil's got to have to go really wide. Easy, Evil, hang on to it. That was a bit scary. That was definitely a bit scary indeed. So these guys being a bit punchy, that's going to allow Stick to come back up. Evil's going to want to look at his tire situation now from going off track like that. Shadow might think about just pitting. Doesn't have any wing damage though, so he might be okay for now, but his tires are going to be screaming at him, probably temperature-wise. So Raisin, almost 1.8 second gap now to Daigero. Daigero has a 1.3 second gap to Brodogoat. Brodogoat is looking pretty good. Grabs a little bit of the grass through Maggots and Beckett's. Here we go. Price Tag trying to reel in his teammate. Harrison in 5th is reeling in the two McLarens. Tweaks is going to have a little bit of a look, maybe have a say, as I believe Harrison, with only being 1.5 seconds behind price tag and initially probably about 5 to 6 seconds behind Raisin. Depending on the pit situation, he might overtake everybody and be given the lead for the time being. Price tag grabs a 3-second time penalty. So if you guys are just joining us, this is GP1. Appreciate you guys watching. Appreciate the viewers. Any of the comments, I'll appreciate it all. Thank you so much for the support. A little bit of a low field. This will be addressed within the coming weeks, but we promise that it will get better. I believe that a lot of people have just kind of, you know, it's basically what it comes down to. I feel is it's been a busy season. This game's kind of dropped during the holiday season, during the summer months. And a lot of people have been busy. A lot of people have gone back to uni, school. A lot of people have been away on holiday like I was. But I think a lot of people are starting to return. They're getting into their regular regimens. So I believe these numbers will grow. We are working on it very, very closely. But nevertheless, these guys that are on track now are going to give you a great onboard battle as Brodago is pulling in Daigero. It's going to be a little too far back, I believe, for this move. He's just definitely going to pull in within closer to him with the DRS and the tail. I wonder if, I don't know if he's going to get a warning for that. I do have to say I appreciate that helmet. That helmet looks mighty familiar to one I run in a different type of race. I am also in the McLaren, so Brodago, a little nod to you. I like the helmet, man. I do like that helmet. I wonder if price tag's running. I think he's running more of a yellowish green with a blue. So it definitely allows you guys to be able to tell the difference between the two drivers, apart from their gamer tags, that is. So Daigero starting to win. Shadow 3-second time penalty. Everybody's trying to space out besides Brodago and Daigero chasing each other while they're all trying to chase Raisin. Raisin isn't particularly pulling away from this pack. So look for the soft runners to pit around lap 10 and lap 11. Probably slap on set of mediums to take them to the end, the one-stop strategy. So Brother Goat gets a little closer to Daigero. Not much you can say with being that far back. I wonder if that is the proper line to take if you take wide. I know I've done it. I don't know if these guys, it clearly isn't giving him a warning, so it is legal. Well, if it's Codemasters legal, Daigero sets it for this time. He's starting to reel in Raisin. Wonder if Raisin's starting to suffer a little bit more tire dig. Only time will tell, really. Big lockup, I think, from Daigero. A little bit more of a lockup. Price tag is starting to reel in his teammate a little bit. 1.6 the gap. Brodago still trying to find that time to bring the gap down between him and Daigero. Can he make a good run so he can get himself closer through Maggots Beckett's and get a good exit so he can pull closer with the DRS and possibly look for a run on Daigero. Lap 8 of 26 here. Price tag and Brodago go a little bit wide through there. Through Maggots Beckett's, Brodago gets a 3-second time penalty. So I'm going to have to apologize. I'm not going to be able to follow the penalty situation. I think Brodago a little closer this time, but still a little bit too far back. Definitely do not want to send the car that far back. Harrison, I see him in the background pulling up with price tag. Brodago goes really wide through there. I wonder if he is getting warnings through that. Daigero not too far off now. Here we go through the start-finish line. Crossing the line, lap 9 of this British Grand Prix. Raisin still in control of this race. Daigero still in second. Brodago is in third. That gap now has come from a 6/10 down to a 2/10. Brother Goat is reeling Daguerre in. We're going to have a run here. We're going to pop on board with Brother Goat. Is he going to have a look for the inside? Daguerre leads him the outside, side by side. Let's see. Daguerre holds the outside line. Is Brother Goat going to have a switch through? Goat goes wide. Daguerre covers him off very cleanly. Brother Goat's going to have an inside look. These two back and forth battling like a crazy. It is clean too. Side by side. This is good. This is good racing. Side by side through there. Oh, that was that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is amazing. I would not go side by side through Maggots Beckets. One of those guys is going to have to back out. It looks like Brother Goat backs out. He's going to have a good run through. Let's see if he can get closer. DRS is open. Is Brother Goat going to have another run? It looks like Daguerre's got him covered off here. Just too much of a gap there. So Brother Goat backs out and keeps the toe down. Gap now 0.3. Brother Goat thinks about it, pulls it back in. His teammate Price dives to the pits there. I think that's going to be the only driver to pull to the pits. Daguerre has his hands full of Brother Goat. I think this is going to be a battle to watch. Price tag is in the pits. Is Tweaks going to have? I think Tweaks will get around him. Brother Goat is still following Daguerre. Where will Price tag come out? Tweaks now passes Price tag. Shadow, it looks like it's going to pass. Believe Evil is going to be too far behind though. Let's see where Evil's at. Yeah, a little too far back. Evil is just now crossing the start-finish line as Price tag is on his way out on set of mediums, so it should take him to the end. But back here with Brother Goat and Daguerre going punchy again. What a battle between these two. Daguerre now on the inside. Brother Goat does get around. It looks like Daguerre maybe leaves out of it. He doesn't want to go side. Whoa! Well, that was close. Ulster Stig. Whoa, there's too much going on, guys. Ulster Stig grabs himself another 3-second time penalty. Daguerre makes one heck of a move and gets right around Brother Goat again. I wonder what happened with Brother Goat. I would like to see a replay of that. That was a little mental there. But here we are. Brother Goat still following Daguerre, trying his best to get around him, but Daguerre is showing up. Both are going to pull into the pits here. Both dive into the pits. It looks like Raisin has dived into the pits as well, so they're following Raisin. So this is going to leave the door open for Harrison to grab the ultimate lead of this race. Not the ultimate lead, second to last, Kyle. The initial lead of this Grand Prix. So Harrison now in the lead. And does that mean that Price tag? Let's see where this puts Price tag. He is pretty far back. Shadow dives for the pits. Tweak dives for the pits. Brother Goat gets a new wing as well. I wonder if there's a collection between him and Daguerre. Daguerre's on his way out, so Brother Goat might have lost a little bit of time. Raisin's on his way out. Price tag is just now crossing. How far behind is he going to be? Between his teammate. Price tag has overtaken his teammate. Daguerre's right there. It's a Price tag now battling the racing point between, I would say, Daguerre by the end of this race is going to have enough of these McLarens on his rear. Here goes Price tag, very close wheel to wheel, side by side through this corner. Daguerre gives him a little bit of a squeeze, but that is fair. Looks like Price tag might do the same. Very side by side, easy through there. Still side by side. This is incredible, guys. You guys, Daguerre backs out of it, so Price tag initially has a lead. Daguerre is going to be just like myself. I would not want to go side by side through that corner like Brother Goat did. That is crazy. Here we go. Daguerre, will he have a run on Price tag? Evil gets a 3-second time penalty for his troubles, maybe cutting too many corners. Daguerre does have DRS. Will he have the ultimate toe? He's pretty close. Let's ride on board with Daguerre. Is he going to look for an inside look? No, he backs out of it. That was pretty smart on the point of Daguerre not to make it, stick, try to do a dive bomb. I wouldn't want to make that move. To be fair, you want to leave room for the drivers. So now Daguerre finds himself in fourth. Priceag did pit a little bit earlier, so the undercut has worked for his favor, but his tires are going to be a little more worn at the end of this Grand Prix. Daigero is going to have fresher tires. Brodogoat is 5 seconds behind getting that new wing, so it's ultimately let him out. Looks like Tweaks is working on Ulsterstig here. Where is Ulsterstig here in the mess? He's right ahead of him, okay, because I couldn't see, because, you know, Codemasters camera angles are always the greatest. Shadow, let's see if he can pull up. Yellow flag, wonder what that's for. Can I see? Oh, Daigero. Wonder what happened here. I don't know if it's wing related. It's not wing related. Brodogoat's going to go for an inside look. It's going to get a bit punchy here. These two have already battled once side by side through there, leaving Daigero really wide. He's going to come back and keep it side by side with him. I would not, yeah, keep it. Brodogoat gets a 3-second time penalty, so Daigero is, I think, keeping it consistent. He's not going to fight on track. I think he's going to do this one on time penalties alone. Probably a smart look. He's going to have DRS. Goat is not weaving. He covers the inside, so Daigero is not going to really push the issue here. It's right behind on Brodogoat's gearbox. These guys are just keeping it so close. Daigero gives Goat a little bit of a bump for his troubles. Raisin sets the quickest time of this Grand Prix so far. Daigero on his way through, following Brodogoat. So the two McLarens currently P3 and P4, but I don't think that's going to stick due to time penalties. Daigero, I know he's got a battle on his hands. I think he's getting a little bit. I think he's getting a little bit what's the word? A little feisty here. I think he's going to put his head down and really start pushing these two McLarens, as these guys are being a little argy-bargy with him. So he's going to put his shoulders out and kind of give him the same compliment maybe. Or he's going to be a cleaner driver. Not saying that McLarens have done anything. I haven't seen anything that was out of question. Daigero, I think, being a little bit more lenient towards allowing these people. Evil's found himself in the 6th, by the way. Tweaks with Ulsterstig. We're going to jump with these guys. These guys haven't had too much stream time, so these guys are having quite a battle. The Haas driver versus the Ferrari driver. Yeah, mind me, I had to take a sip. These races really take it out of your voice. I still have 12 laps to go, so the Haas driver Tweaks gets a little loose out of there through Maggots and Beckett's. That might compromise his run on Ulsterstig here. DRS is open, but I think he's going to look a little too far back. Raisin seems to be getting quicker and quicker on that set of medium tires. Tweak did have a look, but he backed out of it. Yellow flag again. Looks like Evil has gone off, so he's followed. He's lost out. Looks like Shadow has now gotten around Evil, so Evil is now fallen back down to P9 where he began this race. Tweak really working on Ulsterstig here. Looks like the gap between Brodogoat. Daigero has gotten around Brodogoat again, so these guys are going to really race down. Brodogoat goes for the inside look, keeping it clean, side by side. These guys, between the two McLaren drivers and the Racing Point, have been I'm just going to say, one hell of a race to watch these guys. I can't believe it's already lap 14. Doesn't feel like lap 14. These guys are crazy with racing each other. It's exactly what you want to see. Yes, the numbers are low, but these guys put on one hell of a show, so I appreciate being able to stream for these guys. Brodogoat grabs a little bit of the curb and grass there. Daigero is going to have a look on DRS. I think a little too far back. What a toe Daigero's getting. He's going to have a look on the outside. Looks like Brodogoat might leave him the space. Here we go, side by side again. Who's going to ultimately back out of this corner? Are they going to go side by side? Who's going to late brake? Daigero goes really late on the brakes, locks up for his troubles. And it looks like Brodogoat has jeez, you guys are... oh my gosh. I'm going to be winded by the end of this one. You guys are insane. These two. Let's drop back down. Looks like Tweaks Ulsterstig. Looks like the gap has fallen back to a 1. So between Daigero and Brodogoat, the closest battle on track, we're going to follow these two. let's look at positions that have been lost and gained so far. I don't think too many people have really stopped out. Harrison has still in the lead so far. Positions gained. Harrison's gained 6, not pitting yet. Looks like Alsterstig has made up some positions as well. 2 positions so far. So we're going to back to the tires here. Stops everybody but Harrison. Harrison does now dive for the pits. So that's going to allow Raisin to take the lead. Harrison had quite a good gap on Raisin. That might be, Harrison keeping it clean and really pushing on those tires. Viewers, so far, you guys, thank you so much for checking in. Stay on board. These two have been battling the entire race, side by side through this corner. And I think they're going to stay side by side. Oh, looks like Daigero gets a little cheeky run. Is Goat going to push the issue? They're going to go side by side again. These two, looks like Goat gets a little loose, not a little loose, but maybe took too much of the curbs. You don't want to stomp it on that throttle and push out because he would have lost it there. So that is, smart on Goat's idea just to back out a little bit and have a go at Daigero again. He's right behind him. All the while, it looks like Harrison has made one heck of a decision here. He's gotten out of the pits on the set of softs that are going to take him to the end of this race. Now being on the set of the quickest so far, and he's got himself out in third. He's really put a stint in on his mediums, and now he's in a prime position to maybe pull the gap between him and Price. Price, I do know, has a couple time penalties. I don't know if it's 3, 6, or 9 so far. So Price is going to have to keep his eyes on the delta between him and Harrison. Harrison's going to have quite a run. These two, however, have been going at it. Tweaks now on the back of Alsterstig, the Haas and the Ferrari going right back at it. Ken, these two have a nice little duel. I think Tweaks is having a little bit of more wing problems as he gets to the back of Alsterstig, but Alsterstig is doing what he can to keep Tweak behind him. Through Maggots and Beckett's, let's see how these guys get on. Evil now 10-second gap behind him. Raisin now sets the quickest time with a 129.6. He is on a charge, so I don't know if the two between Price and Harrison are going to be able to catch him today. It looks like Raisin is on a barnstormer today. Tweak has really backed out of it. He's lost almost 2 tenths, 3 tenths now. Gap now going back to almost a second. It is 9 tenths right now. Looks like Alsterstig might be turning on. I do know that the hards have a 2-life lifespan where they'll turn on, turn off, and then turn on again. I mean, it's kind of strange with the hards. He might be on that 2nd lifespan now. So between the two, Brother Goat, these guys are going to wear my voice out so much. I really enjoy watching these two go at it. Daigero, as I raced against last season, is a very quick driver, and Brother Goat having a go at Daigero. I will say Daigero has massively improved so far this season. To be right up there with Brother Goat, who I would say I'm nowhere near pace on or price tag or anybody on this format on the GP1. These guys are really going at it. Goat right behind Daigero. Daigero gets himself a little bit of the grass. Goat is going to have DRS. He's close. Can he have a look? Is Daigero going to leave him the inside or the outside? He's going to squeeze him a bit. I think that's fair. Daigero leaving the car as wide as possible. Goat gets a really wide run there. I don't know. I would not. Oh, that was a bit of a touch. I don't know. I think Goat might have taken that wide line. I don't know if that was a little bit of a fair move. I would have probably backed out of that if I would have had to go. So if Goat, hangs on to it. Good on his part. Solid skills to hang on to the car. He's going to still ride right behind Daigero. Gaps between everybody now. Harrison is reeling in price tag. What a drive Harrison is having. I wonder if he's going to have enough. He's got 8 laps to have a say at Raisin. So it's going to be close. He's going to, once he gets around Price, if he can get around Price, he's going to have to really push and keep his head down to have a look and maybe pull the win off of Raisin. I believe that Raisin does not have any time penalties. Guys, pardon me, need to take a sip of the water. So Brother Goat right behind Daigero still. Looks like Harrison's now within the DRS range of Price Tag. Let's see how these two get on. Haven't seen Harrison really fight anybody for position yet today, so we're going to stay with these two. Only fair to give these guys some screen time. Price Tag is now going to have his hands full. Harrison ultimately having his hands full. Shadow gets a 3-second time penalty. So Shadow right behind Tweak. Tweak right behind Stig. These guys might have a three-way battle in a bit. I think Evil is still learning the grasp of it. But back on board with Harrison's Price. Harrison's going to have quite the pace and grip compared to Price. I wonder if Price is going to fight him or if Price is going to ultimately let him go and see if Harrison can catch up to Raisin and possibly have a battle with Raisin to allow Price to come into the battle for the lead. Harrison's going to go for the outside look. Harrison just makes that look so easy, or I think Price did exactly what I said. He's going to let him go, and hopefully that Harrison has enough to pull the gap down. Harrison now is looking at a 6.2 second gap between him and Raisin for the lead of this Grand Prix, and ultimately the win. They're going to come up to about 6 laps left. It's almost a second a lap. That's going to be a lot. Harrison now has put himself further behind. He's going to now be 9 seconds with that 3-second time penalty. So unfortunate for Harrison, but I think with the tires, he might have a look. I wonder if Raisin has just been cruising, really. I do see Harrison back there in the background, so it's not out of question if Harrison can get his head down and really push. He does have to save up some ERS. These guys have really killed their ERS. Down, both running in medium, and they're down so low. Tweak, also Stig, both with a time penalty now. Time penalties are coming in thick and thin. I do, however, know how to say I don't think I've seen one from Evil yet. He might be keeping it quite consistent. It's a yellow flag. I wonder who that's for. Hopefully it's not. Okay. So Evil, I'm just going to say, if you watch the stream back, I really do apologize. On stream, I think I gave you a bit of the commentator's curse saying you were keeping it consistent. And I think it might have given you a mistake. So I apologize. Shadow, Tweaks, also Stig right behind. Looks like Daigero Evil gets a 10-second time penalty for what? And he's taking on a brake board. I'm not sure. So Raisin in control. Harrison has only brought the gap down. It looks like it's about 2:10s. Price Tag right behind Harrison. These guys, Daigero still working on Brother Goat. If Harrison and Price can make this stick, that, I have to say that's quite a drive. If Price Tag and Harrison have been having one heck of a good race, I would say Daigero's, coming off of GP2 last season to actually step up and put the time in. And he's become so much quicker, I would say. I'd have to say he's improved so much. So I'm gonna give credit where credit's due to Daigero. If you watch this back, Daigero, cheers, mate. You have put in a lot of work. Very quick. So Brother Goat goes really wide again. Now that's quite a line that Brother Goat has been taking. I don't know if he's catching warnings for it or not. Lap 21 of 26. These guys are making these laps tick very quickly. As we have Tweaks, we're gonna follow this pile. Who's got a Evil? I don't know. Evil. I don't know if he's having issues right now. I definitely see that he doesn't have a lot of wing. He's definitely got a lot of damage. Boy, those clouds are starting to get a bit dark, guys. I wonder if these guys are going to see some rain. And if they do, this really might play into the favor of Harrison, because if you guys don't know, I'm sure a lot of people that watch this, Evil has retired from this Grand Prix. I wonder if I can get him in, see if he can talk to his race. Give me 1 second, guys. Let's see if I can get him in. Carlos. These guys having quite a battle so far. My headphones are starting to act up a bit. I apologize. Let's see if Carlos jumps in. Never mind. We have Daigero working on Brother Goat. Brother Goat. These two are back at it again. Back and forth. Price Tag is 1.1 seconds behind. Daigero makes the move stick. Give me 1 second if I can try to get this headphones. There we go. Got them back on. They're like this dynamic sound, not to go through, but they shift back and forth between ear and ear. It's crazy. And now they've just done it again. Vertigo working in the back of Daigero. Daigero's right there. If I can give me 1 second, I'm going to try to get Evil in here. So Daigero and Brother Goat really pushing each other again. Can Brother Goat have a look on Daigero? They're going to go side by side. That's a bit of a touch on the side pod. That was pretty close. These guys are, I mean, you want to talk about fighting for every inch on the track. Brother Goat gets a 3-second time penalty. That's exactly what it is. These guys are fighting every square inch they can. What a battle between these. It looks like Shadow's right behind. I do think that we have a special guest. SF1 Evil, I think, has joined the party.
Bruh, that was tough. That was hard.
I can say, can you include your audio? Because my voice is shot and I need help.
I have.
My voice is absolutely shot. These guys, between Price Tag, Daigero, and Brother the Goat, all race. These guys have been going at it. I'm talking like no inch
Shadow's
skip.
just got past Tweakers there.
Yeah,
there's some rain coming towards the end as well, so that should spice things up.
Harrison has made one heck of a race strategy call too. Starting on the mediums, Pitt came out third with the softs and got around Price Tag. So, I mean, and I'm unfortunate to see what happened to Shadow. I did not catch it. I saw him spin, and then I saw him join, and he almost.
I've got something to say to Shadow afterwards.
I saw.
Oh my god.
That was a definite tongue-in-cheek moment. I can assure you, I saw the tail end of you going really wide, trying to avoid him.
I took up board slow, so I don't know if anyone's like not using lines, but I was like, yo, apologies, you know. Like
I did see you. So Brother Goat, if you guys ride on board with Brother Goat, is pushing Daigero so hard, dude. This has been lap after lap after lap between him and Daigero. These guys.
He's gonna have a run here.
Hey, definitely. Let's ride on board with Brother Goat. He's gonna go on the wide outside. He's been taking a wide line. Daigero leaves on the outside. Shadow, whoa. Daigero, I wonder what happened there.
His car, is he not in his car?
Yeah, he's in his car.
Okay, because I thought it just went into AI mode.
Yeah.
It was like his car completely froze.
I wonder if he grabbed a clip or something. Shadow now on the back of Ulster Stick. Tweaks right there too. This might be the battle to watch. These last 2 laps of this Grand Prix. Boy, man. My voice.
No, you don't want to go here. No. I said no.
The Tweaks trying to make a look. Our Shadow might have made a look.
Takes like the Rolex board there. Very nice.
Definitely keep in mind once clips are able, once we have them, once this race is over, don't be shy to ask for these clips. Looks like also Stick. Harrison now the gap between him and Raisin, 4.4. The gap is coming down. I know that Harrison does have a 3-second time penalty though. I think it's a tall order
weird.
though.
Me and Goat went on wet setups.
Really?
Like, yeah, it said it was gonna rain, so we were banking on it because yesterday's stream, it said it was gonna rain at the end, and it ended up raining like 20 laps to go. So we made the call, and we were like, yeah, we're going wet setups.
I don't know. That might have been a mistake.
But yeah, clearly.
The rain isn't yet to come.
They're
down to 2 laps left. Raisin in control, has held the control of this race the entire way through. Solid race from him. So I'm gonna have to give it, you know, I would have to say it. I know that you are driving in this Grand Prix or racing, so I don't know if you have a say in the matter. You can also put your say in it, but Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to give my drivers of the day to this man on screen right now, Harrison, who's made a great strategy call, and he's found himself up to second. I believe that he started, let's find out, he started back in 7th, and he's now in 2nd. He's made 5 positions on his strategy alone. Raisin gets a 3-second time penalty, so that drops the gap now to 4 seconds. But I still think it's just a little bit too far out of reach for Harrison.
Yeah, because Harrison's got a penalty as well.
Yeah, they're both on 3 seconds, so the gap now is initially 4 seconds. That is pretty much the closest battle between, looks like, Tweak on Ulsterstig. Ulsterstig has been out on those hards for 22 laps now.
I think from memory, those hards can actually do the 25 laps quite comfortably.
They can, but depends on how hard he's been pushing. I know he's had Tweak and Shadow right behind him, so he's been really probably punchy through those corners. I don't know, they do have a lot of graining on the inside of the tires.
So you know that corner Raison's going through? For the life of me, I kept looking up. I could not stop it. It was so bad.
So it looks like Harrison's going to have to settle for a solid second today. The two, Harrison and Price Tag, have really stepped it up. I wonder if Daigero, he's going to pit Brother Goat for 4th, definitely, I think, because Brother Goat has either 6 or 9 seconds of time penalties alone on track. But Harrison, what a heck of a race. 4.4 seconds now. The gaps, or the intervals, not very close, I think. Bearing time penalties, this is pretty much how it's going to stay for the rest of this race. Mr. SF1 Evil, I'm going to ask you a big favor.
Send invites?
Send invites and possibly do the race interviews, because my voice is absolutely shot. When you
I haven't
watch,
even seen the race to know what to ask. I'll make questions up.
I'll definitely say Raisin has had full control of this race, so you can ask him about that. Harrison on his pit stop strategy, and ultimately second, and Price Tag on his battling with Daigero and getting a good solid 3rd. But here we go, Raisin crosses the start-finish line to pick up the win at the British Grand Prix. Harrison following a great 2nd. Price Tag, bearing any time penalties, grabs a 3rd. Let's see where Brother Goat and Daigero come out. Brother Goat, I think, is going to fall behind Daigero due to time penalties. He just lets Daigero go through anyway, so Daigero grabs 4th. Brother Goat gets 5th on track. Ulsterstig is going to come through here. I think he's had a decent, solid race. I mean, he had the pit really early, so that's changed his game plan a little bit, but he's going to cross the line in 6th, bearing any time penalties. There we go. He does serve. So Tweak gets him on time penalties, and Shadow has had a fortunate race. 2 spins that I can see, crosses the line in 9th, and that is your British Grand Prix. So yes, Carlos, SF1 Evil, if you could grab these guys for the podium interviews, I'd appreciate it. I'll do the rundown on the screen, and then definitely talk to Raisin about his pretty much dominant race. You can talk to Harrison about his pit strategy and how that got him in the 2nd, because he did come out of the pits in 3rd, so it was great timing. And then
Harrison and Price Tag are actually in here.
Yes, definitely talk to Price Tag about his nice cheeky battle with Daigero. That was quite a race to see between those two. There you go,
Raisin doesn't speak any English, so he won't be joining the podium interviews.
Okay.
Oh, he won't? Fair deal.
He doesn't speak English.
But I will say,
fair deal.
Gonna run down this order. You guys had one heck of a race. Raisin grabs the win at the British Grand Prix today. Harrison, one heck of a solid race. He grabs 2nd. Price Tag grabs himself 3rd. Daigero 4th. Brother Goat, Price Tag's teammate, is in 5th. Tweak in 6th. Also Sig grabs the 7th. Shadow with a fortunate 2 spins during the race, grabs an 8th. Evo, I think, just an ultimate, I don't know what you want to call it.
Mate, it was so bad. It was so bad. I was so tempted to turn the assist back on.
Just an unplanned situation that's got him in a couple spins and whatnot. But there you guys have it. I'm gonna lend over. Well, the thing with Shadow,
twice.
Trying to hold on to that when that happened.
Oh yeah.
That was very, very cheeky, but Nevertheless, I'm going to hand the mic over to SF1 Evil to give you guys the podium interviews.
Oh, hello there. Yeah. So obviously, Razon's not here, so I'll start with price tag. You know me, I was pretty much racing with you guys, so I'm pretty sure you can speak about your own race to me. Price, your little contact with Daigoro?
I guess a lot I can take from that race. I feel I could have been higher.
You invalidated your... No, sorry, not invalidated. I think in your qualifying, you ran over the curbs and lost time.
I screwed my final lap, and I couldn't get the tyres warmed up anyway, so I wasn't really that much ahead, but I've proven in lobbies and stuff like that I could have got a lot closer and a lot closer to the front. So that kind of screwed me then, and also my tyres were shafted by the end of my first stint, because again I had to do the race on tyres that I'd done 4 laps on in qualifying. So yeah, it wasn't
Still a
best,
good result.
It's still a podium. So
Yeah, at the end of the day, you got a podium, but good points out of it as well. And it just carries on
well,
forward.
I'm pretty sure it puts me ahead of Eke, but then again it brings
Razon a bit closer to you.
Razon close to me, so I'm not really sure what I can take from it. It's just on to Germany, really.
Take it one race at a time.
So home Grand Prix podium, so you know.
And yourself, Harrison. I believe you started in 7th
Correct.
and finished in 2nd. So obviously you jumped 2 cars in the pit stop stages, I believe. Go and Daigoro. And you started on a reverse strategy. Mediums to softs.
Yeah, I thought to myself, because it worked for me in Austria where I got pricey, but time penalties dropped me a place. But it worked here again. The reason I got past Daigoro and Goat and the pit stops was because Daigoro half spun and Goat managed to get damage within the pit stops as well when entering the pits. So that's how I managed to jump them two. But I was expecting more of a battle, but when I caught up to Pricey, I knew he wouldn't fight me that much because of the tyre difference in age and compound. But overall, it's a solid race from me.
Yeah.
You guys sound so excited. I don't know. I think if you
just
guys
very
watched...
tired because I've just done a 10-hour shift at work. So.
Oh, okay. I won't hold you up, you guys. But I appreciate it. Guys, what a incredible race. And you guys, I just said that in the stream, or yeah, the stream chat. But to the viewers, thank you so much for tuning in. This has been SF1 GP1. It has been an incredible race. Price tag, Goat, and I know he's not here, but Raisin, congratulations on your podiums tonight. Hopefully you guys carry that momentum into Germany. Can't wait to see you next week, same time, same place. Until then, Evil, thank you for helping me out at the last stint. I appreciate it. We will catch you guys next week.